Meanwhile, G20 finance ministers have backed a historic deal to overhaul the way the multinational companies are taxed. The reform will establish a global minimum corporate tax of at least 15%. It aims to prevent countries competing to offer the lowest tax rates to attract investments. The practice has often resulted in multinationals paying very small amounts of tax.
We endorsed the key components of the two pillars on the allocation of taxing rights on profits of multinational enterprises and the global minimum effective corporate taxes. The G20 agreement is an important achievement that will contribute to stabilize the international tax system in the coming years. It will grant greater tax certainty and stop the race to the bottom with respect to corporate tax rates.
Well, I'm delighted to be here in Venice to build on the historic global tax agreement that we reached at the G7 in London. This agreement ensures that our tax system is fit for the digital age and, crucially, that the right companies pay the right tax in the right places. Since that G7 meeting in London, now 130 other countries have also joined the proposals, and we now need to work on finalising the details before our October meetings so that we can indeed bring fairness to the global tax system and, crucially, ensure a good deal for British taxpayers.
Some 132 countries have already signed the framework for the tax reform, but the endorsement by the 19 biggest economies and also the European Union will help ensure that it becomes a reality. The final agreement is expected during the G20 Leaders Summit in the month of Rome in October. The countries, including the likes of the United States, France and Germany, have been pressing for a higher minimum tax rate. Some nations, including like Ireland, are opposed to the 15% tax rate. Without the agreement of Ireland, Hungary and Estonia, the European Union cannot implement the deal. The non-government groups have also analysed the reform and have criticised it for letting rich nations keep most of the extra tax revenue. Now, interestingly, India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that more work needs to be done to ensure a fairer, sustainable and also an inclusive tax system, which results in meaningful revenue for developing nations. The minimum tax rate is expected to affect less than 10,000 major companies. However, Organization for the Economic Cooperation and Development estimates that the move will generate an extra $150 billion in revenue per year. The reform would also initially target most aggressive users of tax-reducing domiciles, including Google, Apple, Amazon and Facebook. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.